just jump right into Zelda and just get ready to finish up. That was excellent, guys. I'm going to take a long time chopping up this video. I'm going to try and make 21 episodes videos for this. Yeah, because that's a lot of stuff. I'm going to break it up every question. Okay, now, Zelda. All right, here we go, guys. Actually, I'm just going to share my screen. Hope this works, actually, to be honest. All right, so I'm just right here on YouTube. Nintendo of America. That's not the one. Sorry, people. Let me just move I think, is it this one? That's Nintendo of Japan. To be honest, I should check out Nintendo of Japan with Suzuka, but sorry, Suzuka, I'm gonna cheat you for a moment. And yes. Sorry, I'm gonna do Nintendo of America. I really should do Japan, but just my maybe after. All right, let's check out Tears of the Wild. Tears of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom. And I wanna get your thoughts. Suzuka, Dan, Gamer Dan and I, we watched this trailer with a gamer called, well, a casual gamer called Iron, and he's in one episode. You'll see him later this week. The interview me and Dan did, but I just want to hear your thoughts on this. In fact, before I do that, let me just see, is this available in Japanese too? Maybe we should compare. What do you think, Dan? Should we compare the Japanese and the American, or just?
No, Japanese. Go with the Japanese first, and then if we got time, we'll do the American.
Oh, all right then. Japanese it is, guys. All right, I don't know what's gonna go on here, but as it goes, Zelda doesn't have much talking, so I think I'll be safe. All right, Suzuka, Dan, let's get it. Oh, sorry. Can you hear? It's all... Sorry. Stop playing. Stop. Stop. Ah, sorry. My computer likes to ignore me. Let me try that again. Crank up the volume and share the volume too, aren't I? Okay, hold on, guys. 3, 2, come on, and 1. All right, let's go. No, not the switch sound. There you go. Nintendo. Gorgeous. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I should calm down. Here he comes, people. By the way, I may get copyright claimed, but anyway.
Just don't show this section cut to before and after.
I could. It's true. I could pause it and then play again.
Nah, just watch the whole thing.
All right then. I'll trim it later. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't notice this. Play this game.
ゼルダ、君の言っていた大魔の剣を持つ剣士リンク殿に全てを託そう。
リンク。 これは私にしかできないこと。
活目せよ、真の王の復活とその世界の始まりを。行こう、リンク。
しかしそなたは一人ではない。あなたは最後の希望。
Lord, put me on the Switch, man. For now.
リンク、私を探して。
Wait a second. May 12th?
Yeah, it's next week.
Bloody hell. Okay. Let's talk, people. First of all, viewers, if there was a jump cut here, I had to just cut the video out just so we don't get claimed. But if I got away with it, then it would still be in the video. Okay. Now Suzuka, I'm glad you're here because I'm really I like that Ian was with us last time, but he didn't have much to offer with Zelda, like you were saying, because he didn't keep up with games like we did. However, I'm between Dan and him. I haven't actually played but I haven't finished Breath of the Wild. And all right, I want to know what you'll think. I want your reactions. I'm just gonna say maybe I'll say my thoughts first and then I'll have yours and then finish with Dan. Okay. It does feel very much like a Ghibli movie that's become like a world you can run into. Even with those little tentacle things, spaghetti things that were coming on Link's arm, it reminded me of Mononoke, no? Princess Mononoke. Yeah, you keep saying these Ghibli-ish kind of things. Even the saxophone music I thought was really interesting, but and of course the jumping off the ledge, it felt like the game is trying to enter into the fort. It felt like a nod to Fortnite, like jumping off a balcony. Is like, oh, okay, because speaking of what Daniel was saying there, it's like Nintendo's trying to branch out. But just who knows. And then the last thing I want to mention, you're hearing more and more voices coming into Zelda, and I'm wondering if Nintendo are thinking, let's add some voices to the character little by little, because if we make a Nintendo movie about Zelda, we need to kind of have voices in people's minds already there. Maybe the peppering people's minds with a voice to kind of get them ready for it. But what do you think? Let's start with Suzuka and then Dan. Right, Suzuka, reaction, please.
So actually, I never played Zelda series.
Oh, what?
So
I
have many titles, but I never played the game.
What?
But
please continue.
So I want to play the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So I want to buy the catalog tickets. So and buy downloads the two games. So I think Zelda is the story, so progress the story and the explore the world. So I love so explore the world, so more of everywhere. So I want to play and I enjoyed Zelda's world.
Interesting. I mean, because you brought us, which we're going to talk about later, the localization book about Zelda.
Yeah.
But you hadn't played Zelda.
So my friend is a big fan of Zelda.
Interesting. Why do you want to play these Zelda games? Why do you want to play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom?
So I um I I buy the Pokemon's title
Mhm.
first, the Pokemon's title, the second Mario's title. So third, so Splatoon or the shooting games.
Mhm.
So the priority is low, and I'm a student, so I don't have enough money, so
Oh, I
I
see. Fair
can't
enough.
buy so for second so many titles.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Even so, why do you want to play this Zelda game? Is it because you wish you could do it, but
Mm.
fair enough. But what do you like about it? That's what I'll say. What do you like about this trailer for?
Also music and so the story.
Hmm.
Mm.
Do, do you play any like Dragon Quest, right? You play Dragon Quest?
Yes,
Yeah,
so
you yeah.
Dragon Quest 5.
Mhm. Now do you like stories like Zelda's story, like in ancient times with like Mononoke's kind of world? So Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Would you like to play Breath of the Wild first or Tears of the Kingdom next? Or first, sorry, I made a
So
mistake.
I want to play Breath of the Wild first. The second, I know I understand the Zelda's world, so I want to buy the Tears of Kingdom.
I see. All right then. Thank you very much for your input. Now let's let Dan tell us about Zelda. Suzuka, Professor Suzuka, we're gonna learn a bit more about Zelda because I
Yes.
too.
When you mentioned the three games that you tend to play, mine are RPG. Number one, I play RPGs more than I play any other kind of game. So I play some shooters, I play some adventure games, I play some sports, but I will always choose an RPG because I like the world. I like traveling across a great world, growing, learning about it, and getting stronger. So Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Pokemon, Zelda, all of these games. This is the kind of game I enjoy. And I am excited to see that this is a genuine sequel. This is a game, Tears of the Kingdom. You shouldn't play Tears of the Kingdom first. You should play Breath of the Wild first.
Okay.
Because Breath of the Wild will show you the world. And then Tears is going to change that world. But you have to know the world first.
Okay.
So like little things like in the trailer, you saw a broken buildings and then a little camp. That's the ruins of Castletown in Breath of the Wild. So Castletown in Breath of the Wild is dangerous. There are many enemies, but at the end of the game, you beat the enemies. You win. So the enemies are gone. So now people are coming back to Castletown.
Oh, wow.
And there's lots of there's throughout the trailer. There's all these little moments where you see how a place from Breath of the Wild changed. How it's transformed, and that's I'm excited to play this game. I am very excited for this game. Next week, seriously, it's so close. No.
It's
cool.
Right.
But it's going to be good. But more than anything, I think it's.
Muggy.
It feels like the end of an era. I think this game could be the start of a new type of Zelda games.
Interesting. Yeah. That's. I tell you. I mean, like I was saying, Suzuka to Iron. Last time we were speaking, when I played Breath of the Wild just for a little bit, and again, hi Moogie. It's funny, Dan. Last time we had Iron's not baby, and now we have Moogie. But so it's when I played Breath of the Wild a little bit. The first thing I noticed is that I could not hear the music. And I was thinking, where is in Zelda? There's always music, but Dan said that the original Zelda was more of a free world, and this what Twilight Princess brought and all that, and even Ocarina of Time was something different from the original Zelda. If you look at that book that you gave us, Suzuka, Professor Suzuka, that Dan has now, the localization book, it will talk more about the history of how Zelda has changed over the years. In fact, Dan, any comments on that in terms of from what? I mean, we're going to move into localization onto our last point. Any comments on what you? And then maybe we'll hear what Suzuka says. But any? We'd like to throw in any points here to talk about the localization of Zelda games. We're in Japan now, and we can experience what it's like. Both kinds.
Zelda is one of Nintendo's most popular games.
Yeah.
People love Zelda almost as much as Mario and Kirby. So there's a lot of care. They're very careful with the translation. That said, sometimes there are mistakes. Sometimes the Japanese is taken out of context. So the English translations are not perfect, but they are the meaning is the same if the words are different. So usually it's okay, but sometimes it creates a little bit of a problem. But Nintendo has made a lot of money on these problems. Having just a little change means the fans, the people who are interested, read the English, then they read the Japanese, and they start talking about it. And they make videos, and they sell games because people want to know more. So perfect translation is good for business, but a slightly different one is a little bit better.
See what you're saying. So you see, Suzuka, it sounds like he's saying that when you have something of it's like controlled opposition. When you have a problem that you put in the game that people notice, talking about it can make more money for the company. It's like, yeah, it's I wish I had a good example, but I know I've seen that happen many times. It's a bit like Nintendo, Suzuka. Since did you hear about Nintendo when they sell a product, or like a new console, it could be the Wii, the Wii U, the Switch, and they put it in the stores, people buy it out very quickly, and then new people want to buy it, and they say, "Oh no, the stores don't have any more Switch consoles. It doesn't have any more Wiis." Well, I don't know what happened with the Switch, to be honest. But so Nintendo, they make people say, "We want more. We want more." So then they produce more, but people think it's a trick to get people to want the game console. So does that make sense, Suzuka? Like, do you know what sold out means?
Sold out in Japanese?
Oh, but just
No.
yeah, like when you want to buy a game. Yeah, so it's like it's not so Nintendo games usually they sell out fast, and then Nintendo have to make more. But they do that on. Some people say it's a secret trick to make people buy more. So a similar thing could be said with what Dan's saying here. When it comes to localization, some things are wrong on purpose, so people can talk about it. They get in a YouTube video, in Reddit or comment section, and to say this translation is wrong, and then Nintendo will say, keep fighting and keep buying the games
and keep talking, and the more you talk, the more people are interested, and the more people will buy the games to see. I don't think it's not like they're being evil, but some translations strange.
Exactly. It's whatever you can do to get them to get people scratching their heads over the thing and talking about it. But Suzuka, does that make sense? Kind of thing.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so finally, Suzuka, before we finish up, do you remember anything from that localization book about Zelda that you want to tell us?
Localizations?
That book about Zelda localization, do you have it?
This book.
She's got it done.
Hey!
Yes.
Legends of Localization.
Excellent. All right. Well, is it? How long do you have it? Because Dan's got it now. He's got a copy, but is that yours or is that library?
My book.
Oh, great! You got one, Dan. I gotta get one too. We can all review
Mhm.
together, and that'd be great. But is there anything that you found interesting in that book that you can tell us?
So this book is so little old.
Okay.
So yes, the game. So pick up the first title, and so family computers.
Mm.
So and just analyzing the sounds, the difference of sounds, or so font.
Oh, what I mean,
Like,
sorry, Suzuka, is did you see anything that was omoshiroi that you read?
yes. So this book analyzed so many point of view.
Mhm.
For example, so font, sounds, and the graphic.
The illustrations, and
Mm.
so you're talking about different kinds of Zelda games. Is there one specific example that you thought was interesting?
Yes,
That's what-
interesting.
So, do you have a例例えばがある?
So Japanese item list and
Okay.
English item list.
Okay, there we go. So,
So
yeah. Just want to take one of these for the
so
channel.
mm,
Hmm.
Triforce
Okay.
is Triforce, and in English
Yeah.
it's only Triforce,
Okay.
Mm.
but other so in Japanese,
Yeah.
hidden knowledge Triforce. 隠された知恵の Triforce. So add more information.
So there's extra. It's a longer name.
Longer name, yes.
Did you run into this too, Dan, in your book?
So
Yeah, there's all kinds of little touches on things that they had to change.
so and life poison
Okay.
and the second poison is different. Life poison in English, so life poison and second poison, but in Japanese, so life poison, but color, separate color. The life poison is blue water, but second poison is red water. So difference of graphic and name.
I wonder
color.
why. I think you see, right now, because Zelda's coming out, Suzuka, this is good, and Dan. I think we should maybe list one or two things. I mean, maybe Dan, if you spot them, maybe I think this would be a good idea, guys. As we wrap up now, what we could do, because the game's coming out, I don't know, Dan, if you're going to play it as soon as possible, but when it comes out,
Wait, Breath of the Wild?
Tears.
Oh, Tears. So Tears, yeah, I got my pre-order. I'm ready.
Oh, all right. In that case, then I think why don't we set things up a bit like for the Mario movie? Now we finished talking about Mario. We saw the trailer together, we saw the movies, we did the review together, and we looked at it very thoroughly. But now, because Tears of Kingdom is coming out, why don't we get a little bit prepared for that too? Why don't you check out, maybe have some talking points to begin discussion on, but why don't we do it from a localization perspective? So you Suzuka both have the same book, right? Maybe then, if maybe you could think of some talking points that, because Suzuka, she hasn't played Zelda, so maybe she wouldn't know what to start with for what to look for when it comes to the game. Like, you could find something that has been consistent throughout Zelda. Maybe the Triforce in Japanese, like she said, it's got a longer name. Maybe the name of that will be mentioned earlier in the game. If you can spot that, see if we can maybe hand it over to Suzuka to talk about it, the Japanese take and the Western take. That'd be handy.
That'd be interesting. There's little things like in the first Zelda game, Ganon has two ends. Gannon. And then the English translation, they dropped one of the N's, but no one knows why.
I wonder, Ganon, maybe it's because of the Japanese no sound.
Yeah, it would most likely be the Ganon. It's Ganon, and it's a long N sound, but it's supposed the correct translation is just the one. Could be that. But yeah, when the game's released, I plan to be playing it extensively. Like every moment I'm awake and not working or sleeping, I'm playing that game. But I will take a hard look at little things that stand out, and I will try and find examples of the translation, because I tend to be playing it in English first, but then in Japanese to work on my own translation work.
I see. Ooh, this is great, guys. Suzuka, the last thing before we go, did you say you wanted to play Breath of the Wild? Did you say you want to play Breath of the Wild? You say?
I want to Breath of the Wild.
You want to play?
Play.
Yes, play.
When do you think you can get playing?
Hmm?
I mean, do you think you can play this year sometime or this month?
This year, so finished my.
Oh, you're busy.
So,
I
task.
see.
In
that case, okay,
Yes.
Dan, do you think you can maybe? I wonder, Dan, what do you think? I'm thinking if something of the sort of Dan finding questions to ask Suzuka, or Suzuka finding questions to ask Dan, and then we can host that conversation on this channel next week.
Sure.
But how should we do this, Dan? What do you think, Suzuka? I mean, right now, Suzuka, for Zelda, it sounds like you should focus on that book. Just now and then, just get some questions to ask Dan. And
no, it sounds like you should focus on schoolwork first. Yeah. But
I mean, instead of getting the game I'm playing, I mean.
So finishing my big task on November. So pass the exam. So I can play many titles.
Yeah.
So the first title I decide the Breath of the Wild. I can't.
I think in the future, after you finished, we can make a whole thing of it. If you don't mind having two guys point at the screen and go, "Oh, that's great. Oh, that's bad." We could play the game together. That'd be fun.
That would be fun, actually. Yeah. All right. In that case, all right. Last question I'll ask is, Suzuka, do you still play Pokemon, even though you're so busy?
Pokemon.
I mean, we didn't get to do this localization talk. I was gonna.
So my research material is Pokemon Sword and Shield. So Pokemon Scarlet Violet is update the localization. So it is the focus on two titles, two generations.
Well, okay, maybe we should have a little.
So new download content. So in Scarlet Violet.
Right. What should we do with that, Dan? Maybe because that sounds like a nice little history piece there, but it's
history is also.
I see Scarlet and Violet, fun games. I'm up for playing them again.
All right. Okay. So next week the most popular thing we should talk about, which should be Zelda. But
I start the practical in junior high school, so I can't. I can't walk.
Oh, you can't work at where we work?
Yes. So I can't walk part time. So only the junior high.
Right, gotcha. It's more okay. Dan, let's work out something in terms of what to do. And when it comes to
finish the practicum is end of May. So and just in June it will restart my graduated school studying and make plans of research.
I see.
Graduate work.
Well, please note. As Dan says, your schoolwork is your priority.
If you have time on Sunday, So I'll message on line group.
Okay, that sounds great. I think therefore, why don't we next time we talk, we can have a general talk about the gaming localization and use examples.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Dan and I will figure out something in terms of what to talk about, how to bring in your Pokemon talk. It's gonna also be a hot topic, but at the same time, not too much of a stretch to be inconvenient for you. This whole thing is supposed to be easy, like you were saying. All right, well, everyone, I suppose that will be it for today. Thanks. We speak for 2 hours, right?
Yeah, we have.
Or 3 hours? No, 2 hours, right?
2 hours.
Oh,
2 hours.
yeah, thank you so much for your time, everyone. I'm going to chop it up into many episodes and upload it. All right, guys, I really wish you the best. And thank you so much. That was very fun. I really enjoyed talking to both of you.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Gabare Suzuka-chan.
Thank
Professor,
you.
you got this. You can do it.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. All right, guys, have a good day. Catch you next time.
Yes,
Peace.
thank
Peace,
you.
guys. Bye.